Hey guys, also this man here, and today I'm going to be doing a review of the Mario vs. Donkey Kong remake on Nintendo Switch. And this actually came out yesterday at the time of recording this, so I actually played the entire game in one day for this review and just for fun, challenge. So yeah, I definitely have played through this game, got some experience of it. So I decided, yeah, hey, why not try and make a review of this? So yeah, I actually just beat the original Mario vs. Donkey Kong game on the Game Boy Advance. Well, I actually beat it on the Wii U. So yeah, I actually know a few things about what was improved, what was changed, the newer stuff they kept in. So, I hope you guys enjoy this review, and let's begin. Anyway, to start this review, I'd like to first talk about the graphics of the game and the presentation and things. So, this game, compared to the original, looks so much better. I mean, obviously, it's a remake, it's gotta look good, gotta be polished and stuff, but you can see the foreground here looks really good. I think put a lot of time and effort into this. But also, look at that background, like the waterfall and things. Like, this is no joke, guys. They really put a lot of little details here and there that you might just slip past because there's just so much stuff to look at. Like, look at this. Not only is the gameplay really good, I think the cutscenes are just spectacular. The graphics there are, up there. Seriously, guys, if you haven't seen these cutscenes in this game, I really recommend, watching those because they are just really good and nice and crisp looking. And I'd say this whole game does too. Alright, the next thing I'm going to be talking about, guys, is the new content in this game. So, as this is a remake, keep things, exciting. You can add new content, which is actually ironic that I'm talking about this right now specifically because this is a new world. This was not in the original Game Boy Advance version of Mario vs. Donkey Kong. See, this is like a carnival level. So, Nintendo added new levels, new puzzles, which is pretty fun, I think. Just nice little addition, I would definitely say. That's not all that there was added in this game. There was also, you could play as Toad now, like in two-player mode. However, I must warn you guys, if you're going to do this, some of the levels, like their layouts and things, are a little bit different. So, so you can't just cheese your way through some of these levels. Gotta keep things challenging, of course, which is actually, yeah, that's what I'm going to talk about next, the difficulty. But anyway, yeah, there's also a few new things. Yeah, there's a time attack mode, try and get the best time you can. You can choose a casual and a classic mode, which are just difficulty levels. You can pretty much choose, basically. And there's also a new 1-up minigame, which if you played the original, there was a 1-up minigame, but it's different in this game. So the next thing I'm going to talk about, like I was saying before, is the difficulty of this game. So it's definitely easier than the original game. I definitely say that. There are some tricky parts in this game for sure still, such as World 7. Yeah, that world was definitely not very easy in the original game, and it's not easy here. So, when you enter Mystic Forest, which is World 7, yeah, just know it is very difficult. Otherwise, though, yeah, I think this is a lot easier than the original. However, I will say, definitely some head scratchers here and there. You will definitely get stuck at times. I think, well, probably. I mean, this game is a puzzle game, obviously, so there are going to be some puzzles and, stuff you gotta solve. So, yeah, you're gonna wanna, think through things, and I think, yeah, the difficulty can come from both skill level and just the puzzles, of course, and yeah, there are expert levels. I haven't played that yet in this remake. However, in the original game, so far they're not that bad. I've only played through the first 2 worlds of that. But yeah, anyway, this game, the remake, does have some easier features, which I will talk about in a moment. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is this game like the original, on the Game Boy Advance? Well, yes, I would say mostly this is. I mean, gameplay-wise, you can obviously see, if you've seen the original game, this is a lot better, just a lot better on the eyes and things. But something very big and a very welcoming change to the game is there is no fall damage in the game. Like, if you fall a long ways, you still can get stunned, but in the original game you could actually like lose if you actually fell really far. So that was definitely quite annoying. However, in this remake that is absent and you cannot lose from fall damage anymore, which is definitely very nice. But, yeah, I think this is a very, it's a lot like the original game with some very welcoming features. And, yeah. So, alright. Well, now time for the conclusion, guys. I hope you enjoyed this review. Alright, now, we're finally here at the conclusion of this review. So, I think this game, in the end, is just a great remake. I think, the original game was great. I think it was just a great game in general. And I think this game, adds a lot of new things that are very welcoming. Like I said, the fall damage thing is pretty much gone. And, yeah, I think this game brings a lot to the table, a lot of new things to do. Just a pretty great game overall. Like I said, the original was just pretty great too. And a lot of great things. The art is just the sprites, and I don't know if you can call these sprites, but definitely the graphics are very good. This game is just really good in general, I'd say. If I had to give this game a score, I would give this an 8 out of 10. Like, it didn't, add too much, but it definitely added enough to call this a good remake with a pretty decent amount of things added. So, I definitely enjoyed my time with this. It's a very fun game to play, and what you're seeing now is the final boss. I don't want to spoil too much of this, but there are, this is not only a puzzle game, but this is a action game, as you see here. So this game can get a little tough at times, just a warning if you're going to buy this. And I actually forgot to mention this part in the, the difficulty portion, that it's very hard to flawlessly complete the Donkey Kong sections where you try and defeat Donkey Kong. So that is, a little bit hard. It's a little bit hard to fully complete this game 100%. However, overall, this game is satisfying like the original was. And I hope you all enjoyed this review, and have a great day.